Now, I know, this format kind of sucks. I mean, what are we dealing with right now? Right now, the way it's going, especially in the next couple of weeks, it's basically going to be, oh, you're either playing Spellbook, Dragons if they get the little ones, or something that could bring out Ophion really, really, really fast. If you're not playing one of those three, you're probably going to have a bad time. Now, the thing is, for the people that are out there complaining and stuff like that, for the people that are really annoyed with the format, that are just like, oh my god, I cannot believe this, why? I can't play these decks, everything I play, everything is useless. 60% of y'all, I really don't feel bad for you. Now, the reason I say that is because 60% of you guys were saying something along the lines of this about a format or two ago. Oh my god, Heroes is topped over there, but over in this regionals, freaking Sam's topped, and Dark Worlds, why are Dark Worlds topping? What side deck, regional, YCS side deck? I don't know what's a side deck. What am I gonna do? Seriously? But then again, that's just what I've come to expect from Yu-Gi-Oh players in general, though. Because you guys, I mean, I honestly, you know what kind of formats I like? I like slow ones. I like the ones right after Extreme Victory and Torgai came out with TGs, where it was just back row heavy and stuff like that, without Royal Oppression, because Royal Oppression was just annoying as hell. Formats that are slow with traps, where you gotta think, and while a lot of people sit there and say, well, you know, that's just die roll format, not necessarily. Certain decks make a die roll format where you just lose, but for the most part, you can actually work around 1,000,001 back rolls, especially with the setup of back roll hate that we have now. I believe we can somewhat go back to a back row heavy format, but like Doka and Lagia can't really exist, so I guess I just contradicted myself like a hypocrite. That's basically what Yu-Gi-Oh is. We're just a bunch of hypocrites and such like that. However, there are people that complain no matter what, and that's 50-60% of the players out there. I can't tell you what many people consider the best format, which is usually like the format before or something like that. That's usually how it is, outside of one deck topping everything. Probably like the best formats like Go Control and stuff like that, and to somewhat lesser extent the previous format not too long ago where there were 1,000,001 decks topping and stuff like that. Those formats, people tend to gravitate towards that more. And the other thing that people don't realize too is it also depends on what the market looks like, which is another reason so many people were complaining. Another thing that I noticed not too long ago was that people were bitching and whining and crying. I don't know, maybe it's a New York thing like I mentioned in the other video, that there was no more profit to be made in Yu-Gi-Oh! There is no more money to be made. I just looked at those people like, you really depended on Yu-Gi-Oh! To make money and get more cards? Are you serious? It's a hobby. Hobbies take your money. I digress. People were complaining with all the Legendary Collection reprints and everything else. They were just like, oh my god, all my cards, my entire binder just dropped like $300. Are you serious? And they swore that the game was dead. They swore the game was just going to go downhill to the point where nobody was going to play within a year. A year later, Mermails came out. A year later, Spellbooks came out. Look at them now. And in a few more weeks, we're going to have Elemental Dragons and all this other nonsense. Not to mention, the next two sets are looking to be big. BuzzFair said something in a post. He said that this is going to be the most profitable box since Duelist Revolution. Yeah, pretty much. In a way, it pretty much is. But yet, I find it funny that people swore there were not going to be any money cards ever again. Now, this is amongst my personal people that I know. But I told them, it's only a matter of time before they decide to make something that's very hard to get, that's going to be worth a shit ton of money. Same way that the people complaining about a format, don't worry. The format will go right back to something stupid. The reason a lot of people don't like the other format, it was hard to side deck. Yeah, it was hard to side deck in a YCS. But you know what? Everybody had somewhat of a chance. You could just go in there with some off-the-wall deck and just top with it. You saw the freaking Psychic, what was it? The Psychic, yeah, the Grand Soul Psychic deck. You saw a lot of funky stuff the last couple of weeks of that format. And then Mermails came. And now Prophecies are here. and Elemental Dragons will be right around the corner. And Big Eye is the bane of everybody's existence. You guys were complaining about it and it changed. Apparently, it didn't change to your liking. And also, apparently, a lot of you guys didn't, like, you looked at spellbooks and said, oh, that's cute. And now, the people that did think it was cute and kept them are going to profit off of it. Basically, this whole video is just a little rant, but the truth behind it is, if you don't like a format, if you don't like a certain time, you just gotta wait. And that's the main problem. A lot of people don't really have patience in general in the world. But when it comes to this game, you just gotta have patience and you gotta wait. If you have no intentions of getting any of these top decks, just wait it out. Just wait it out. I know it sucks. Like, it would be nice, you know, the idea of going to Vegas would be nice, but you really just don't have the competitive edge. Or you don't have an idea that's going to give you a competitive edge. It's kind of hard right now. So that's what I would suggest to anybody that's really having trouble with this format. Just wait things out. But also, stop complaining. Nobody likes to hear that. Because then you turn around and you sit there. You're like the old man that's past his prime, talking about how good it used to be. Like the good old days. Kind of like a Master Roshi, but just not as awesome. Like the video, subscribe to my page, leave a comment below what you want to hear me talk about or rant about. Be sure to check the contests. You know, most of you guys that watch me already know about the contests and stuff like that. Any more ideas, let me know. And to everybody that's really not liking this format, you're mad, bro. Just wait it out and see what the next format brings. I mean, Sangan died. If that happened, anything can happen, right? Peace.